Uh, can you just confirm if you can hear me fine?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum. It is my pleasure to welcome you all today for the launch of our new website and opening of the application portal for the application cycle 22-23 of the Sir Syed Global Scholar Award. We are delighted to have the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tariq Mansoor, as our chief guest. Welcome, sir. I am also grateful to the deans, department chairpersons, members of the faculty and staff who have made time to be present with us today. And most importantly, to our prospective applicants, the students of AMU. Before we go on to talk about our new website, today is also an opportunity to reflect and be thankful for where we have reached. As an applicant back in 2014, I submitted my application over email, and my entire application package was sent as a PDF attachment. It is indeed a blessing to have a team of dedicated volunteers working with us who have designed our application portal to the level of sophistication it stands today. Our very first website was designed back in 2010 by Dr. Ehsan Monir, who, by the way, was also my mentor for grad school applications. We are pleased to have him here today. Welcome, Ehsan bhai. Then in 2015, Mr. Abu Talha Danish developed our very first application portal. Later, the SSGSA scholar, Mr. Rajat Khan Goyal, took the work further and made the application portal more robust and also revamped our website. This strong foundation helped the current team to develop the product that we are launching today. This work was initially started by Mr. Pratik Jain and later over by Mr. Prajwal Nejara, Mr. Roshan Sharma, and Mr. Himanshu Varandani. You will hear from Prajwal later in the event. I'm also grateful to the SSGSA scholar, Ms. Noor Zaidi, for designing the template and, in fact, for bringing the consistency in the templates of all our publication materials. Thank you all for your hard work. Now, other than serving our needs, this website and various portals associated with it is a great opportunity for the students back in the AMU campus to gain valuable experience. This is a linearly active hands-on project for website and software development. Most of the software developers who are working with us today got involved early during their undergrad degree. Therefore, I invite the students to come and volunteer for us for whatever time they can afford. If you have some coding expertise and willingness to push yourself to learn new things under the guidance of the SSGSA scholars in various parts of the world, this is the right place for you. With that, I will step aside and hand over the proceedings back to Taha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Salman bhai. I would now like to invite Prajwal Nejara, our web team lead, who along with his team is responsible for creating the new, improved and visually appealing website. Prajwal is a final year electrical engineering student at the Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology and is currently interning at Spiti, a Bangalore-based startup, and has been a volunteer at SSGSA since 2019. Welcome, Prajwal.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So let me, Taha, can you confirm that am I audible? Right?
Yeah, you are audible right now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Before Prajwal starts, I request everyone to please mute yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So thank you, Taha, for calling me to speak. Thank you all for coming to this event. So here I am, Prajwal, final year electrical engineering student at Zakir Hussain College of Engineering. Thank you. So let me first start with the introduction part, how I got introduced to SSGSA and how we built the website. So I was first introduced to SSGSA by Pratik when I was in my first year of engineering. After learning about the great efforts that our university's alumni are making, it was an obvious decision for me to join SSGSA and help the team with whatever efforts I could. So Pratik at that time handed me and Roshan a task to update the database of the old website, and that really fascinated me a lot. I now feel lucky that Pratik gave me such a task that made me fall in love with computer science and programming along with electrical engineering. Then followed by 2018, when Dr. Wasiqul Islam, who was the chairperson at that time, asked me and Roshan to enhance the application portal. and create an admin, reviewers, and an interviewers portal, which will help the team members to select the SSGSA awardees more efficiently and transparently. So Roshan and I then divided our tasks and made the complete project within 2 months. But however, while developing and maintaining the website, we faced several issues, which you can see on the screen. So the issues were website was not at all easy to maintain. Even for a small change, we need to go through the server code and make the relevant change, which used to take a lot of time. Since this old website was hosted on GoDaddy, and that too as shared hosting, so it made the maintenance of the website, a website code and database very costly. So it also attracted some of the hacking incidences, which Roshan used to deal with me mostly during the midnights while sacrificing our sleep. Then also, old website was also closed source, which means we had to explain each and every line of code to our new developers, whoever joined our team. So yeah, so followed by that, website was hackable as well as costly. After all these experiences, I suggested to the SSGSA team that we need a new website and do that to an open source website. It was not an easy to start a fresh new web project with little experience. However, while building the website, we gained so much experience, which even landed me a job as a software engineering company. So Taha, can you change the slide?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. The previous one, please.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Thank you. So with that, let me introduce you to the features of our new website. Now it is built on an easy to follow language, which will help the developers understand the code and contribute easily on their own. Structurable code helps us in maintaining the files and other required resources. Since now the code is written in a single language with a much secured cloud database, it helps us reduce the cost with a significant number. So there are now fewer vulnerabilities, which we will be fixing in future days. We are now using a web framework called Next.js, which makes the website lightning fast. You can change the website links. You can go through each and every page within a single within milliseconds. And lastly, my favorite part is the website is now open source. Anyone can see the website code and help us contribute without having a proper knowledge of programming itself. With that, I also want to speak something about open source as well. Taha, can you change the slide? Yeah, thank you. So my dream was to build AMU's first dedicated open source project, just like Harvard as Harvard X and MIT as MIT X. So why shouldn't AMU should also have OSS project? So this is what we have, AMU's own OSS project. It has now capability to easy to onboard new developers. Anyone can contribute, anyone can send pull requests, anyone can open issues on the website if they feel any. Also, it helps the developers explore new ways to code and contribute. With that, I want to extend thanks to all the web team members for working so hard. Thank you very much. Thank you, Taha. Over to you.
Thank you, Prajwal. And now we have come to the most important part of our event today, which is the launching of the new website. And to do so, I would now like to invite our chief guest. So our chief guest needs no introduction, really. He is the Vice Chancellor of the Alumni Muslim University and has a decorated academic career behind him. Under his guidance, the Alumni Muslim University has continued to grow with new education programs and has made significant strides with outreach and collaboration. We are honored to have his august company with us today. And I would now like to invite him to say a few words and inaugurate our revamped website. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Professor Tariq Mansoor. Welcome, sir.
Mr. Ali Rizvi, Mr. Salman, all the distinguished alumni, and Professor Asadullah is also there. So I also acknowledge him. And all the distinguished alumni, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all of you. Maybe good morning to many of you and good afternoon also. But for me, it is good evening. So that's why I'm wishing you. I congratulate the web team for this new website, as well as the SSGSA team. All of you are doing great work, especially Mr. Ali Rizvi. You have given so many scholarships and you have made so many careers. We are really proud of the SSGSA Global Awards, which are given annually. And I wish you all the success in the future as well. The Aligarh Muslim University is fortunate that it has a unique alumni network. Very few institutions have such a widespread alumni network as Aligarh Muslim University has. This network is not only present in all the major cities of India, but it has got global imprint. We have an alumni network in the United States, in the European Union, in Australia, in West Asia, especially the Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, UAE. Apart from these countries, we also have an alumni network in very small places. You'll be delighted to know that we have an alumni network in Mauritius. We have an alumni network in Brunei. We have an alumni network in Singapore, in South Korea. A few years back, I went to Singapore. So I was in transit with a government delegation for some a conference on interfaith understanding in Indonesia. So the Indian High Commissioner in Singapore, he came to know that the Indian delegation is on the way. So our flight was getting delayed. So he invited us to his house for tea. So he made a comment. There were other people also. I was the only person from AMU. So there were other this thing. But when somebody introduced him to me, he said the first thing which he mentioned was that you have a most active alumni network in Singapore. He said there are other alumni networks also, but they are not active. They are lying dormant. But the alumni network of Aligarh Muslim University in Singapore is doing great work. This comment he made, I think it was 4 years back. So we are proud of our alumnus everywhere, because you see the perception of an institution is through the alumni. How you work with your colleagues at other places, it will leave a very lasting impression of an institution also. The alumni, they are helping us in so many ways. Mr. Ali Rizvi knows, because he's also involved in many of the projects through various personalities. Of course, one of the things which alumni can do is to help in fundraising and in scholarships, which you are doing through this scholarship awards. But I think funds are not the only thing. You can do many more things. You can help our students in placements. If you are there in Germany or in France or in West Asia, definitely you can help. You may not be able to help directly, you can help indirectly by asking others also. Then you can help in the academic collaboration. Whenever you are in India, you can come to Aligarh Muslim University, you can give a lecture. So you will not come specifically to give a lecture, but if you are coming for some other work, for some family commitments or for some other work, then you can visit the alma mater for 1 or 2 days and interact with the students, motivate the students. And those of you who are in academic line, you can always contribute academically by giving us some lecture or some talk in the concerned department. We have a Ali academic enrichment program, which is for the non-resident Indians only. And it was running very well. Because of the COVID pandemic, of course, things are not running smoothly, but I'm sure that, inshallah, the pandemic will soon end in 1 or 2 months, and normal activities will be restored in all spheres, including the educational sector, which has been badly affected. So in this allied enrichment program, which we have for the NRIs, you can always come and give lectures here. We'll provide all the local hospitality to you. We had a lot of academic programs before the COVID pandemic, and during the COVID pandemic also we had online programs in which the alumni, they give lectures from the United States, from Australia, from United Kingdom. And we have established a separate office of this allied enrichment program and given them staff also. So there are many ways in which you can help the alma mater, not only just by funds. So my best wishes to all of you, and I'm sure that you'll continue to bring good name and laurels to your alma mater. And with these words, I formally inaugurate the SSGSA website, and I congratulate all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspirational speech and for launching the website. It's really nice to hear all the activities that are going on at AMU, and we as alumni and as NRIs would love to contribute, and that's why SSGSA is here today. And we have done so in the past, and we'll continue to do so in the future as well. And thank you so much for blessing us with your presence over here. Now, as the outreach team lead of SSGSA, I'm pleased to inform everyone here today that our application portal for the upcoming intake of 2022 and 2023 will open at 8:30 p.m. tonight. All you need to do is to go to our website and apply there. To give the students present here today a quick insight into our application process, I would like to present a brief overview of our application process. So just give me a moment and I will then start. All right. So before you are actually applying to SSGSA award, the first thing you have to keep in mind is the eligibility criteria. And the eligibility criteria is quite simple, actually. So first of all, you must be either enrolled at the Aligarh Muslim University or you are an alumnus of the Aligarh Muslim University. Students from other universities are not allowed to apply for the SSGSA. The second and the most important point is that you are either pursuing or you are registered for in a 4-year bachelor's program, or if you are pursuing a 3-year bachelor's program like BSc or BA, you are presently in your master's program. So the reason why we do not allow just people in the 3-year bachelor programs to apply for SSGSA is that a lot of universities abroad do not accept 3-year bachelor programs, but they only accept people with 3-year bachelor programs if they are actually pursuing a graduate degree as well. So you need to at least complete 4 years of education after your 12th or your diploma, and then only you are actually eligible to apply. So you have to keep in mind these two main points before you actually apply for the SSGSA award. And now I will just give you a walkthrough of how our application portal is going to look like. So there are mainly 5 important steps that you need to follow. So there are 5 sections over there. In the first section, you just fill in your personal information, which is your name, your address, and other personal information that are mentioned over there. In the second section, you mention your academic qualifications. So in this, you basically mention what program you're studying, whether it's a bachelor's program or a master's program. You mention what year you are in, and also you mention your 12th grade scores and 10th grade scores as well. So you mention all your academic qualifications in the second section. In the third section, which is the section for the motivational question. So we have 5 questions in that section, in which we ask you certain questions and we expect answers which range between 20 to 200 words. And you have to answer these questions very thoroughly. And also please make sure that you do not plagiarize, do not copy your answers actually. So because the thing is, we do have plagiarism software and we can easily find out if you have copied from someplace. So just be honest, be yourself, and just answer the questions as honestly as you can, as earnestly as you can. It's not a competition in that sense because it's your own story. So just answer the motivational questions in the third section over there. In the fourth section, you actually go ahead and upload your documents. So in this section, you go and actually upload the PDF files of your CV, your transcripts, and other relevant certificates that you think can help your application. In the final section, which is the review and submit section, you can go back and review your application. And if you think you want to make any changes in your application, you can do so in this section. But once you actually click submit, at that time your application is submitted and no more changes are possible at that time. So what comes next now for the audience over here today? So if you are interested to apply for SSGSA, we have 3 info events coming in the next 3 weeks. The info events will mainly be targeted for all the faculties, students of all faculties from AMU. And we are also going to have a special webinar for the women scholars. We have seen that traditionally women scholars are not represented as well as they should be. And to encourage them, we are going to have a special info session for the women students as well, so that we provide you a platform where you can freely come and ask your questions to other accomplished female scholars over there. And to keep in touch with us, you can actually get connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. These are some of our handles. On Facebook, you can actually like our page as well as join the group. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You can join the LinkedIn group as well. And there's also an SSGSA YouTube channel. So on this channel, you will find a lot of information about the website, about, for example, the different webinars that we have actually conducted. So for example, if you want to know how to write an SOP, we've conducted a webinar beforehand, and you can actually go to this YouTube channel and you can watch the webinar over there. So that is pretty much it. I think that's just a very brief overview. If you want a more in-depth overview, we are coming up with more events in the future. So you can just join us at that time, and we'll be happy to entertain you and your questions over there. So we are nearly at the end of our event now. And to wrap up the proceedings, I would now like to invite Mr. Syed Ali Rizvi sir for the vote of thanks. He is one of the co-founders of SSGSA and is a member of the executive committee. He is currently the president of SPS, Alpha Chem, Resolve Corporation, and VisionAid, and has been the mentor of our outreach team. Today's event would simply not have been possible without his guidance. And I would now like you all to warmly welcome Ali Rizvi sir. Welcome, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I have been given the very important task to do the word of thanks and the concluding remarks. Therefore, on behalf of the Executive Committee of the Sir Syed Global Scholar Award I would like to thank each one of you who has joined us in this very important virtual launch of our newly designed website. The Sir Syed Global Scholar Award has withstood the test of time for the last 16 years. This organization has been consistent in its outlook, commitment, and service to provide mentorship, guidance, and support to Aligarh Muslim University's students and alumni in the pursuit of higher education overseas. I would especially like to thank Professor Tariq Mansoor Sahab, our dear Vice Chancellor, who has always been very supportive of our work and took time today to be the chief guest and to share his thoughts with the League community. I would like to thank my partners in crime, the Executive Committee of the SSGSA, Salman bin Kashif, Dr. Saif Sheikh, Dr. Rehan Bakhri, and Dr. Shaida Andrabi. Under the current leadership of Chair Salman bin Kashif, who is also a SSGSA scholar, we have taken many new initiatives that will sync with the ever-growing needs of the SSGSA program. So thank you, Salman, for your dynamic leadership and for taking SSGSA to newer heights. I would like to thank the outreach team led by our own SSGSA scholar, Muhammad Taha Omar. The team is made up of volunteers who are spread across the globe. Taha Omar, Wasiqul Islam, Madhiya Zubair, Sadia Tanveer, Salman Khan, and Azhar Hassan. And they are in Germany, Switzerland, Finland, and India. And today's event was planned by the outreach team. Thanks Taha and team for taking this and many other challenges head on with the team. Our newly improved website, as you just saw, has many added features. It is simple, easy to maneuver, and offers all resources within easy reach of our visitors. And this humongous task was possible due to the excellent work of the web design team. And this was led by Pratik Jain. It was led by Prajwal Nijhara, and the members were Pratik Jain, Roshan Sharma, and Noor Zaidi. Shudat Badr also gave very useful inputs. This team is spread from India to the USA. And I must also foundation years ago, Dr. S.N. Munir, Abu Talha Danish, and Rajat Kant Goel. Our applicants will find a more user-friendly interface than before, as you heard from Taha. And I join you all in thanking the web design team for a job done. We will continue to strike to make it better with the useful contributions of many other people. That is one advantage of keeping it open source. And I thank our promotions team for helping with the design of the flyers, the print and the non-print material, and promoting our various social media platforms, WhatsApp, and AMU-specific groups. And again, remember, this is all done in a very timely and professional manner. So thank you, Muhammad Zubair and team. I also thank our mentorship team for revamping the essay-type questions. And this is one step towards the process. We will continue to evolve so that we can get the best people as our scholars. For this, thank Shudat, Shiva Agarwal, Umar Khurshid. I also thank our trainings and skill Dean Ahmed and the finance team, which comprises of Sachin Gupta and Ajharul Islam for their work they do in running this program. And truly, thanks to our very learned chairs and principals and directors of the various faculties, departments, colleges, institutes, and schools who have joined us today. We are truly immensely grateful. At AMU, we have the best faculty who are invested in their students, and SSGSA has always been blessed with the support and very fine cooperation. So thank you, teachers, for being our inspiration. What of your talim and tarbiyat on us when we were students at AMU. I'd like to thank also our AMU administration and the PRO office, the TPOs, the AMU Alumni Affairs Department, who has been quite proactive with us. Also due to all the past chairs of Sir Syed Global Scholar Award who have graced today's occasion. They are Dr. Mohsen Raza Khan, Mr. Ali Muzaffar, and Dr. Wasiqul Islam. They have nurtured the work of Sir Syed Global Scholar Award through thick and thin, and each chair built upon the efforts and work of the other chair. And yes, you are right. They are all beneficiaries of this program as well. So a big thank you to all our past chairs. Happens to be a program that is often seen by people as a very prestigious award. So I thank our mentorship team as well. The award program is also grateful to all scholars and volunteers and mentors who have placed their faith and commitment in the very credible work that SSGSA does. These brilliant scholars constantly invest their time and resources and help mentor and guide others who reach out to us. And this is in spite of their own very demanding course loads, work schedules, and now I have tried to include and thank everyone, but I crave for the indulgence of those who I might have missed purely due to oversight. I will end by join today. If you know of any league student or alumni who wishes to pursue high studies overseas, to please apply for the program. We will, I promise, stand together shoulder to shoulder with you and help you. There's nothing to lose, but everything to gain from the program. Do apply, and the very best of luck to all applicants. And lastly, let us all fulfill Sir Syed's vision and his mission. Let us all carry the torch handed to us by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and let us work together to ensure that his dream shall never ever die. Until we meet again, take care.
Thank you so much, sir, for your vote of thanks. That pretty much concludes our meeting today. Please do join us for our upcoming outreach events. You will hear from us very, very soon. Take care, and Allah Hafiz, and goodbye.